Monday morning, welcome back to the shit show. Thank you for sticking with me if you have. I noticed a few of you are watching all of the video and a few of you not, but either way, if you do, thank you very much. Yesterday was a difficult one. Yesterday was really bad actually. I felt fucking awful yesterday. Yesterday being Sunday, woke up at the campsite. I don't know, talk about being down in the dumps for pretty much all of the day. So I decided to leave early, come back to Stevenage, got my car. That had a puncture, had to put the spare wheel on, that pissed me off. And then I just drove and drove and drove, and I ended up in Norfolk. And I was on the beachfront there, sort of overlooking the cliffs for a while. I was stood at the top there, and I had some really dark thoughts about just fucking leaping off the top. You know, I know it's not the right thing, but I'm being 100% honest and open with myself and with everybody at the minute. You know, that's how I felt at that time. But obviously I didn't. I went and stood. I walked down all the steps onto the beachfront itself. It was fucking freezing, it was raining, it was horrible. All I had was a really thin waterproof coat. I felt terrible. Heart was racing, blood pressure was raised, everything was, you know, and my mind was in a bad place. And I was clutching my car keys in my hand, and I don't know, I was just fiddling with them, you know, as you do. And then I realised that the house key for the house in Wales was still on there. So I removed it and was rubbing it in between my fingers for a while and looking at it, and just, I don't know, until I fucking made myself so angry and launched it into the sea as far as I fucking could, you know. I don't know why I did that. It didn't give me any relief. I guess it was just out of pure anger and frustration and upset, and I don't know. You do silly things, I think, when you're in this mindset. You really do. The thoughts plague you of cutting your, you know, ending your life and what you're going to do, how you're going to move on. And then as quick as a flash you can think, fuck it, I'm going to move forward and everything will be all right eventually, you know. But you're plagued continuously by like different thoughts and different feelings, you know. 1 minute of the day I'm absolutely fucking distraught, which is a lot of the time, but then you can be not okay, well, not good, but you can be better, you know. But then easy things trigger me, you know, just driving down certain roads where you know you've been with your previous partner, or made a memory, and we made quite a few memories all over the bloody place. So yeah, coming back into Stevenage, there is a lot of memories where, you know, were made for us, and that's very difficult. Same with music. I put the music on in the car and just put it on shuffle on the phone, like, and there was a few, well, one particular song that we got married to which come on and just fucking tore me to pieces. Although I skipped it really quickly, it still got me. And what are the chances? I've got, like, I don't know, God knows how many thousand songs that it could have played, and it played that fucking one. I mean, Jesus, what are the chances of that? Of all the songs in the world, and it plays that fucking one, just to make matters worse. Fucking hell. Anyway, on the way back, I stopped at McDonald's. Don't know why really. I mean, I was starving at that point, and I ate a few chips and a bite of the burger, and then I launched the rest of that as well. I just couldn't eat at all. I don't know what that was all about, you know, but I felt rank. So anyway, got back into Stevenage, went to bed. Another awful night's sleep, you know, sort of a few, I think maximum I got was about an hour. And when you wake up, you're just back in that awful mindset. Plus I was still feeling physically rough, and I was trembling away. It was fucking horrible. And the delirium, like, you know, when you got the flu and you're throwing up or something, you've got that delirium. That's how I was feeling at the time as well. It weren't good. It was awful. Woke up before my alarm, and then just come out early. I'd done a couple of laps of the town before going to get a cup of tea, you know. I just wanted to warm up in the car and calm myself down a bit and do that. went and got myself some breakfast, and because I just wanted to eat a bit of chicken again, it seems to be the norm. I had some chicken, but then I had that with a cup of tea, which I made at work, and then fucking literally 20 minutes later I was in the bathroom expelling it through my mouth. You know, it was awful. So I don't know, I'm at a loss today. I was trying to tell myself yesterday, or Saturday actually, I think it was Saturday evening, that I'll get back to work Monday, go and pick up my work van, because I avoided that all last week because I didn't want to see anyone. But I was telling myself, no, we're going to do this, we're going to go and get in the van, we're going to push forward. But at this point where we are now, I still haven't picked up that van. I've been driving around in my own vehicle, which is, I know it's not the right thing to do, it's, you know, it's not, I'm meant to be in my work van. But I'm just so afraid of being in front of people at the minute. I just can't do it.